Hey Ham Geeks, welcome to HamBrief, episode number 8. Merry Christmas! Today we're going to talk about Twitter and Ham Feed. Alright, well, you've seen 73s.org a bunch of times, so remember this little spot here where we talked about updating a status? So here we're going to say filming HamBrief. It does a little Ajax there, and it updates your status so other hams can see what you're doing, or maybe you're monitoring a certain frequency or something. Well, that interfaces with Twitter. And you probably remember us talking about Twitter a few times. It's kind of a back channel. It's called a micro blogging engine, but really it's kind of a live streaming messaging, short messaging service that there's more and more people signing up for every day. I strongly recommend it. There's a lot of back channel type discussions going on. So right here, 73s is following 487 ham radio operators that I know about on Twitter. And 201 ham radio people are following 73s. And as you saw, that message we posted a while ago, it ends up broadcasting out on 73's channel inside of Twitter so that other people can see what's going on. So you'll see here it said at Chris Matthew, because that's my personal Twitter account. Twitter IDs always have the at symbol in front of them. So 73's posts N7ICE, aka Chris Matthew, maybe it should be the other way around, I'm not sure, is filming HamBrief, and there's the link to N7ICE's 73s.org profile. And it does a hashtag hammer, which kind of is an abbreviation for ham radio that a lot of people use on Twitter. So if you wanted to search Twitter for anything related to ham radio, you could go to search.twitter.com and do a search on hammer, and you'd see all the posts tagged with that hashtag. But if you look at here, here's all the people that I'm following, 73s is following, so you can see what they're talking about. So here's my buddy Peter out in Oxford. Magic Bug is his handle here on Twitter. He's talking about the new Ham Radio Deluxe. Looks to be promising. Now supports MySQL and SQL Server instead of just Microsoft Access. So you can only imagine just how much information is out here. And with millions and millions of people on Twitter already, it's also kind of difficult to find who to follow. That's people's most difficult part of getting started with Twitter is you create your Twitter account, and then what? There's like no one following you, and you're not following anybody. How do you find all of these people? Well, I've had a lot of ham radio people come to me asking that same question. So this weekend I hacked together hopefully a tool that'll help you better get started with Twitter. It's called hamfeed.org.com. And if you go to hamfeed.org.com, you'll see here that it has right now about 250 people. I haven't got all of 73's ham radio people entered into this yet, but it has about 250 hams that are all online. What's cool about this list is just hamfeed.com. It has their call sign, it has their name, their Twitter ID, any websites that they have, their URLs of any websites they have, the location, where they're located. And what's cool is if you click on their icon, which is their Twitter icon, or their call sign, it will automatically look them up in 73s.org. So if they're a member of 73s.org, they've got a profile with all of the blogs and photos and YouTube integration. You'll see all of that there. If they don't, you'll just see a generic lookup, call sign lookup there that works out pretty well. If you look at here and you see their at symbol and their name, that's their Twitter ID. So you could just click on their Twitter ID there, like not a cow here, and that will take you to their whole Twitter profile there, that you can get a good look at, see what's going on there. So what also you can do, if you want to take all of these people and automatically put them in your profile in Twitter, here's a simple way to do it. Simply click on the follow button here on HamFeed. You obviously need a Twitter account, so go to twitter.com and set one up there. Put in your Twitter user name and your Twitter password. And I don't save passwords at all. This is just to get connected to Twitter and then to basically make the follow. So once we say login here, check this out. This is where the magic happens. You're now following HamFeed on Twitter. And then everyone that's on this list, on HamFeed's list, you're automatically following. So that kind of gets you a taste in on Twitter, what do hams tweet about. So you can kind of check that out. And if you go to twitter.com/hamfeed, you'll see the actual page that has all of the tweets on it. It's basically like a ham radio repeater for Twitter. So anything any ham radio operator says on Twitter, HamFeed basically picks it up and repeats it so that you can see what everyone's talking about. So if we just kind of troll here through HamFeed, you'll see that it has various ham radio operators talking about just all sorts of interesting things. So very cool. Another thing I would recommend too. The Twitter.com is a decent client, but if you go download TweetDeck, it's written in Flash and Air. You can see it has a lot more power to it. This side is all of the people that all tweets are all the people that you're following. Replies are anyone that's mentioned your name basically in their tweet with the @ symbol. It lets you know that they've mentioned your name, which is kind of cool because they could be talking about you or retweeting something you've said. Your direct messages here are private short messages that others have sent you. And then what I have here is basically a search across all of Twitter's world of tweets for any time anyone mentions the word ham radio. So that is pretty cool because then you get to see anyone talking about amateur radio or ham radio, and you can invite them into the conversation. And you see it just kind of refreshes about there every second or so. And you can just tweet out here and it just posts you out there. See, there's me. It says I've done a demo. So very cool. I hope that that opens your eyes a little bit more to Twitter, and I hope you enjoy hamfeed.com. By all means, shoot me some tweets back at Chris Matthew or at 73s. That will reach me as well. And enjoy your Christmas vacation.